This is NDTV, and you're watching Classics.
Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk. I am Shekhar Gupta in Chennai in what you might describe as corridors of compassion. And with me today as my guest, the woman who makes it all possible. In fact, the woman who's made it all possible for almost half a century. Dr. V Shantha, Chairperson of Adyar Cancer Institute. Welcome to Walk the Talk.
Thank you.
How nice to have you on the show. It's such a privilege.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations first of all for your Magsaysay Award. I believe one of the very few to go to a doctor.
That's what I'm told. I'm certainly very privileged and honored. We were overwhelmed when we got the message. But the most important is the whole institute feels proud. And we all believe that it is the institution that has got the award. Because after all, we are not separate. The institute is one. We are part of the institute. And I'm so proud because everyone feels like this and they are a part of the family of the Cancer Institute.
Dr. Shantha, I'm sure they are very proud of you as well, as we are very proud of you. It's not easy to run an institution like this in India, particularly catering mainly to the poor and running on very little more than donations. And
Certainly it has been a long, arduous task. Right from 1954, 18 January, when we started life with a hospital of 12 beds with just 2 doctors, and our patients were all housed in Sevagram type of huts. And
those days cancer treatment was a rarity.
There was no perception about cancer at all. People said cancer is something that people die of. They say, the health minister in Tamil Nadu at the time, when Dr. Muthulakshmi Reddy went for a cancer hospital, he said, why cancer hospital?
That's your founder.
That is right, that's right. And he told her, why a cancer hospital? Only old people get cancer and in any way they die. Why do you want to waste money on a hospital? That was the perception.
He told her?
Told her when she was campaigning for a cancer hospital. She had lost her sister of a cancer way back in 1923.
At a very young age.
At a very young age. And she was herself the first woman medical graduate in the country, and she had determined at the time, because we were under British rule then, and there were no facilities for treatment. And she said, my dream to build a cancer hospital.
Don't pardon my mentioning this, because most of our viewers will not figure it. You know, when you say pre-partition times and all, that you are actually 78 going on 79. You know, your energy and your zest for life doesn't tell you that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And since then, not only have you maintained this tradition of free treatment for the poor, you've also kept it technology cutting edge. I believe this is still among the very best medical equipment, cancer equipment and treatment in the country.
I think it was the founder's wish that we were going to be an institution for service to all. And ever since, we have always tried to maintain the treatment, the state-of-art treatment that is available goes to everyone, irrespective of social class or community. This has been a hard task because the cost of Medicare has gone up.
Right.
When we started in 55, the medicine was only surgery or radiation. Radiation was what we used to call ortho-voltage radiation. Very little, it did not have the present day refinements and sophistication. Right. So the cost was not much. And actually the food used to be cooked in Dr. Muthulakshmi Reddy's house and sent here for our patients.
I see the foundation stone laid by
Pandit Jawaharlal
Nehru, 1952.
In 52.
You were there?
Yes, I was very much there. And we still have some photographs with Nehru. Right. And that is the area where Deshmukh declared open 1954, June 18th. And
but this is amazing. Those days, who knew about cancer care in India? I think even until 10-15 years ago, cancer was seen as almost as a sure death sentence.
Well, even now the perception is not good. But then, there were people like Dr. Muthulakshmi Reddy who felt that cancer is a thing, and she had seen a lot of people being cured of cancer when she went to the Royal Marsden for her training at the time. So she said, we must have, there's no use saying cancer is not curable. It is up to us to see that something is done for it.
Today many cancers are curable, but it's very tough if you get cancer and you happen to be poor, if family happens to be poor. Because cancer treatments are very expensive.
You are very
long.
Very prolonged. But only one thing which I like to inform, it's a message to the people. Early cancer is not a long treatment. Early cancer is not an expensive treatment. It is because majority of our people tend to come at a late stage that cancer becomes difficult to handle. So the major focus, what we are trying to do is to establish a kind of a network of early detection centers. I think
particularly among the poor who don't go through regular, detailed, extensive medical checkup.
Lack of awareness. First of all, lack of awareness, lack of education. They must be educated. People must be educated about cancer, that cancer is curable, cancer is preventable, not only curable but preventable. So there are lots of methods. Over the years, sophistications have happened and the advances in medicine has been made a lot of stride, and therefore we are able to diagnose cancer in what is called the pre-cancerous condition. When we are able to detect it at that time.
Are you at a center like this, which mainly caters to the very poor, are you able to detect a lot of early cancer or pre-cancerous cases?
Of course, no. That is our greatest failure, and that is why I said we should be establishing network of early detection centers. Nearly 75% of patients who come here belong to the advanced stage.
And I would say more than 90% who come here are very poor.
Not 90%, maybe about 65 to 70% are poor. We have 428 beds, out of which 60% are general beds. You will see them now. 40% pay us. And that is a hard task because each patient costs a lot of money and they come from long distances. We have patients right from northeastern states. Anybody who can come from Assam or Nagaland come here for treatment. Then of course the major areas of South Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh.
And you provide them the same treatment as you would provide to your patients?
There is no difference in treatment. Whatever a A-class patient or a super A-class patient can get, the same will be given to them irrespective. I told you that has been our greatest advantage, achievement, but at the same time greatest burden.
It's also a source of pleasure.
It is a pleasure. It is certainly sometimes a feeling of fulfillment.
But you say it with a sense of joy.
Yeah. It's a sense of fulfillment.
And when you conduct surgeries, many would be surprised to know that at this age also you conduct surgeries. And I know people queue up to say, "Can Dr. Shantha do my surgery?" Do you choose or do you go by the seriousness of the case?
No. Only now at the moment I see only restricted number of patients. After all, age also has a limitation, and surgery also.
This is one of your general wards.
Yeah, this is the general
These
ward.
are all cancer patients.
These are all cancer patients. Coming from all. You can see how poor they are and how it is impossible for them to.
I can see almost every bed has been funded by a donor.
Yes, sir. They come from all over Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry.
And when they come to you, do you find they have an understanding of what they are up against?
Majority, no. But 50% of them come referred from doctors because they've gone and they've been told that there is cancer. Other people, no. But gradually over a period of time, I can see it over the 50 years, people do understand. And I always say our own patients who have been here have been our best ambassadors, because in the same village, supposing you go to Nellore or Ongole or some area like that, a patient who has been cured will tell the others, you go to such and such a place, be all right. And so not to worry about cancer. But
I see many of these are very young patients. I mean, what's happened to them?
It's an osteosarcoma. It's a limb cancer. Bone tumor. Unfortunately, he's come late. Today, one of the achievements of treatment is that we do not have to do this amputation. If they come early, we can send them back to normal living with a normal leg. But he must have come a little late, so we had to do the amputation.
And where does it come from? आप हिंदी जानते हैं नहीं?
Videnge, huh? He's talking Hindi.
आप कहाँ से आए हैं? कड़पा.
That is Andhra Pradesh.
क्या नाम है आपका? अमीनुल्लाह. आपका अच्छा इलाज हुआ इधर? But if he had come earlier, he would have been able to.
He would have been able to save the limb.